for the evening. You can see that clearly. Videos don't usually lie. There are 2 affidavits from the monitors that confirm what you see on the video. Those are sworn affidavits. The scanning appears to stop before the monitors leave, and then the monitors return after they find out that the scanning continued. The Secretary of State's office was notified one of those monitors. So the IG claiming that the monitors decided to leave on their own is completely bogus. The manager of the voting system implementation then says that this was normal ballot processing at the State Farm Arena. I beg to differ. The table was skirted to hide ballots. That's a violation of law. The ballots were not processed from the wall as normal. They were hidden under the table. The ballots were already removed from the envelopes. The envelope openers are in the room. Why were they already removed? The ballots were scanned onto memory cards after the monitors left. Another violation of law. We talked about the curvature of the room, but here's the key thing, as Jovan has already said. Multiple scanners, if you watch that video, continually rescanned the same stack of ballots. Now, that could happen if there was a problem, but as you can see from the video, they kept just running them through. They were not interacting with the machine as though there was a problem. They were simply rescanning those same stack of ballots over and over again. So, there was a fact check about this one as well. Lead Stories did a fact check, another false fact check. They claimed that Watson's declaration, she was the IG, was a sworn affidavit. Those of you who know law know that a declaration has no basis in a court of law. It's not a sworn affidavit, and the Inspector General would probably never swear to what she said because she could be held accountable for perjury. So let's look, now that we have gotten through of all of the garbage that's out there and the facts that are not facts, let's look at actually what are the compelling evidence about State Farm Arena. First of all, the video evidence shows that a group of workers illegally scanned thousands of unsealed ballots and tens of thousands. They were hidden under a skirted table. There were 5 scanners. The scanners run about 3,000 ballots an hour, and they scanned for nearly 2 hours. The monitors were told scanning was stopped for the night, but it continued. Facts. 2 affidavits confirm that. The announcement that you saw on the video. There are also 3 media reports out there quoting the Fulton County Communications Director as saying that scanning was going to stop for the night. That's the evidence. Those are the facts. We had 4 affidavits from experienced auditors claiming that they handled fraudulent ballots. The election line feeds shows the huge spike in Biden votes after the scanning. We have 2 affidavits on that. And then we have Fulton County's response to all that. They terminated 2 whistleblowers, one of whom is here today to testify again. You've heard from the other one once. They kept the State Farm Arena personnel that did this on the payroll. And now they are refusing to show us the ballots, as Jovan mentioned. We have filed suit against Fulton County. We just filed it last week and we want to inspect the ballots. We want a visual inspection of the ballots. We want the forensic exam that Jovan has described, and we want the digital ballot images and the election reports. All of that should be public, but it is not, because Georgia does not operate transparent elections, and that's got to change. We can't continue with this kind of corruption. So the Secretary of State seems to be determined to cover up for Fulton County. That is probably disgusts me more than the cheating that went on. So I want to close with a nonpartisan perspective. I want to just make it clear, I did not vote for either one of these 2 candidates that we're talking about. I'm elections director of the Constitution Party. We ran our own candidate. He was a write-in candidate named Don Blankenship. I voted for him, as did Dr. Earl Martin down in Waycross. Neither one of our votes were counted. If you look at the official statements of records, even though he was a qualified candidate, our votes are gone and missing, and we have sued the county, Fulton County, over that as well. I didn't vote for them. I just want to appeal both to my Republican friends here and my Democrat friends. We were here last year, and again, I appreciate you taking the time for me. My appeal is to the Republican friends. House Bill 316 was one of the worst bills that the legislature's ever passed. I apologize, but that's what got us here. And to my friends who are Democrats, this deal is real. We've got to do something about it because Georgia electors belong to the President of the United States. And with that, I'll take any questions.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Favorito. Appreciate your presentation, and that summed up a lot of things. We need to move on now to Mr. David Cross.